All right. Good evening, IHSA football family. It is time now for Deep Dish Football Game of the Week, Week 5. Yes, it is back. I'm excited. This is going to be a huge game as we talk about Bolingbrook taking on Lincoln Way East. Lincoln Way East having one loss. This is opening remarks. Again, make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. And quick reminder that this Wednesday at 8 p.m. is Deep Dish Football Live. I'll be talking more about this game. Thursday is DuPage Run and Shoot, talking DuPage County football. And Breakfast with Coach Big Pete, 9 a.m. Saturday, talking about the game that happened Friday night. So, we get into one of the biggest games in the state of Illinois for big dog schools. We're talking about Bolingbrook, who, for some reason that people didn't expect, they're undefeated. And I believe, from what I've seen so far with this Bolingbrook team, I see a team, again, more playing like a team unlike the last couple years ago. I think this team is scary. I'm very impressed with their quarterback. Very impressed always with their defense and secondary. Always impressed. Bolingbrook, they're one of their key staples is their defense. And I'm impressed with their linemen too. And I think, again, that Bolingbrook is going to make a deep run in the IHSA playoffs. Now we got the big dog Titan team, Lincoln Way East. Coach Zovnar just got his 200th win last Friday night. And Lincoln Way East, again, they had a tough loss against, Naperville Central. And they lost by a field goal to Naperville Central. And I saw a lot of mistakes in that game filmed as well. But these are opening remarks. We'll go more into that stuff tomorrow, talking about the rosters and talking about the schedules for both teams. But again, with Lincoln Way East, when they lost to Naperville Central, did that loss actually help Naperville East? Naperville East. Lincoln Way East. Did that loss actually help Lincoln Way East? Yeah, it did. It honestly really did. I can say for a fact that if Lincoln Way East came into the playoffs undefeated, you still would have had that question of if they got down early, how could they come back, or have they dealt with a loss yet? That loss to Naperville Central was a great loss for Lincoln Way East, and I know no losses are great, but that loss was great. It refocused Lincoln Way East, and Lincoln Way East is looking like a big dog team again this season. It was a shocker loss to Naperville Central, but Lincoln Way East again, seriously great group of wide receivers. Always my hats off to that wide receiver coach. He does a wonderful job. I should have his name. I apologize for that. A good running attack as well, and a very physical defense. And again, another reason why a lot of people ask, well, how come Lincoln Way East wins so much? Because Lincoln Way East plays like a team. They don't play for the individual. And I think Lincoln Way East, again, for those years, especially those past IHSA championships that they've won, their big thing has been tackling, technique, and basically playing a basic form of football. And that's what a lot of high school football teams forget to do. And you can take a look at a model of Lincoln Way East and say that's what a football team should be. So I'm excited. These are opening remarks, just simple opening remarks for Lincoln Way East taking on Bolingbrook. Again, I'm very excited for Lincoln Way East to see that offensive line. I know they got a bunch of young kids to keep an eye out for. Bolingbrook, young and up-and-coming quarterback that they got for Bolingbrook. And a really good offensive line. Hughes, I'm forgetting the two other names of Bolingbrook. Good linebacker core, of course. Secondary, very impressive too for Bolingbrook too. A bunch of young, great players. And some underrated players too on that Bolingbrook defense as well. And going to this game at Bolingbrook, I was there. Bolingbrook taking on Homewood Flossmoor was like 3 years ago. It was like 3 years ago. And Bolingbrook, they lost to Homewood Flossmoor. But I think, again, this is a much different Bolingbrook team. And I'm very impressed with this Bolingbrook team. Very, very impressed with this Bolingbrook team. So I'm excited. So Bolingbrook takes on Homewood Flossmoor. I'll go more into team, players, and schedule next tomorrow. And then final thoughts, magic numbers, keep an eye out for that. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email, again, is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Going to talk more about home and flawless more. We're going to talk more about Bolingbrook this whole week. Thank you so much. Make sure you visit deepdishfootball.com and have a lovely night.